Hey guys, Andrew Michael starting the live stream. Today's date is July 20th, 2014. And time now is 8:30, starting a live stream. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can go ahead and tweet me your guys' questions, and we will get this thing started, adding in the comment section here. I have some guests in here right now, some people from Tim Hortons. So again, everyone's swinging on by. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys have any questions, you guys can leave those in the comments section of the YouTube video, and I will be answering those as we go along. We're getting a lot of reports tonight of cold air funnels in the area. Funnel clouds possible through mid-evening. Law enforcement and trained spotters have reported funnel clouds, along with weak boundaries stretching near along Wilmington. Conditions will remain favorable for funnel cloud development through the sunset. Along this boundary, it is unlikely that these funnels will reach the ground. Yeah, so what we're seeing are the I'll show you guys a picture. We just got a picture in from somebody, from Amy Rincey Pite from Jefferson. So here's the picture again. We're seeing some of these cold air funnels forming. Once again, we had a few reports yesterday, and they're back in now. Yes?
Before your 10:45 main weather, I put in a full screen board, but Tara's going to be lapping. I need you to be pulling yourself through this one. The story before is Human.
It's my producer, Alex, by the way.
Hi, everybody. The story before is Human Pac-Man. Tara went to an 80s party dressed as Mrs. Pac-Man and sent me the picture. She has agreed, so we're going to put that on.
Oh, sorry, you guys.
Kind of play with it there.
You guys couldn't even see Alex. There he is. He's leaving. I had a picture of a funnel cloud up. All right, so looks like Blake's in here. Hi, Blake. But again, yeah, we're seeing these funnel clouds. So far, the reports that I have seen, Jefferson, Bill, and then also one out near, where was the other one tonight? London. All right, so let's see here. I want to pull this back over the video. All right, so let's see here. So Pedro asking, how come we haven't had any 100-degree weather? Well, the answer to that is we normally don't see 100-degree days here in Ohio. As a matter of fact, let's look up in our trusty local climate and data stats. We keep this thing constantly. Let's see here. So 100-degree days. How often do we have 100-degree days? Hottest temperature ever recorded in Columbus is 106. That was July 14th, 1936, and July 21st, 1934. So let's see here. 100-degree days. I'm going through this, checking this out. So number of days. Okay, monthly extremes. High temperatures, number of days, less than 32, not that page. Monthly occurrence, 100-degree days. The most we've ever had is 900-degree days in a row. That was 1936. We've had many years without any at all. We normally, the average number of 100-degree days per year is 0.3. So you're looking at, you might see a 100-degree day every 3 years, 4 years or so. So that's what we're looking at for the averages. Recording a pretty sweet time lapse. Every time we do these chats, I always say, I'm going to try to get a sweet time lapse tonight. Well, I do have it rolling on the horizon. It'd be sweet if I could get a cold air funnel in the time lapse, but who knows if that's going to happen or not. So again, everyone, thanks for swinging on by. If you guys have any questions, weather questions, comments, whatever, you guys can throw it out there. You can throw out your questions on Twitter. Tweet me at AndrewWSYX6. You can also leave comments on Facebook. I have the post with a picture of me from last week on Facebook. You can leave a question on there, comment on there. I'll be looking at that. Twitter's the fastest way, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just comment there on the YouTube page, and then as you saw there from the question from Pedro, I was able to actually show the question. So let's see here. What else do we have coming in? I'm going to check out my Facebook page, see if there's any questions. See, 4 shares here from this. All right, so it looks like we might have a question on the ABC page. Oh, someone, yeah, it was the post with the funnel cloud. All right, so let's scroll up here and see. Again, if anybody's watching this, you guys can watch it directly on YouTube, comment on there, leave Facebook comments on the picture of the Ustream. It's the second photo down underneath the cold air funnel. And then you guys can just leave your questions there or tweet me. Question coming in not too long ago from Mindy Park-Kell. Why does my Weather Underground app warn me of funnel clouds forming? Again, it's these cold air funnels that are forming. So that's what we're seeing there. They are normally in the fall. Mindy Park said she normally thinks of them forming in the fall, and that's exactly when they normally do form. All right, so let's see here. What else do we have going on? See if there's any other new questions coming in. Nothing on Twitter. Let's check out the Facebook page. Pedro asking, how will this week look like? This week we're looking hot. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we're going to be pretty hot, and then we'll cool things off later in the week. So Pedro, I think it's Pedro, maybe it's Blake. Let me check here. So Blake asking, can you explain those cold air funnels? Why do they form? Absolutely. So let me pull something up here. Paste, and I want to pull in my time lapse that I recorded from last night. And I really need to rename this because I need to save it for tonight again, maybe. Select movie, timelapse _2. All right, so I am going to flip the camera around. I'm actually going to take you guys on a little tour real quick. So bear with me one second while I kind of rearrange this. So I am going to, actually, this will work out perfect. So I have a TV monitor here. I just unplugged it. No. Where's the plug-in? All right, bear with me one second. I'll show you guys what I'm trying to do. There's a TV over here, and I'm trying to show it to you guys. Oh, another thing that we are going to discuss. Last week, we discussed weather modification, HARP, some other things. I got a lot of feedback from the internet. We're going to talk a little bit more about it coming up. So stay with me for that. We will talk about that. My thoughts on it. You guys can chime in as well. All right, so again, bear with me. I'm going for a little trip here. All right, so here's what we're looking at. So this is time lapse from last night, and this does an excellent job of showing exactly what we had going on. So I'm going to play this and watch the clouds here. These are moving out of the southwest, and what we're noticing here, several different things. The clouds are now moving in the opposite direction, away from us. And I'm going to adjust this a little bit so it'll play a little bit longer. So let's go to 339. You're going to get some flashing here when this plays. So a couple of things to point out. First off, see the winds coming in from that direction there? They're coming in from the left side. Another thing, and I'm just going to do this manual. So let's go here. Watch that cloud right there. See that cloud right here? That's sinking in from the top. So what we're having here is cold air up above these clouds sinking down. Cold air likes to sink, hot air likes to rise. That cold air, there's a cold pool of air sinking. And as this goes through, see it sinking right there? It's actually falling downward. Then as we move this forward, watch the clouds moving in the opposite direction. They're actually moving away from the camera. What's happening, you're getting the winds going this way, you're getting winds going this way, and you're getting winds going this way. So what happens here, and again, this is kind of 3D, what happens here is you're getting the winds to kind of cross each other, and all they got to do is just start spinning a little bit. The cold air then will kind of pull that up into the clouds, and you'll get a little condensation. That's how the cold air funnels form. And that's why we saw a lot of these last night. We had a lot of these cold air funnels being reported. Tonight we're seeing more of them being reported, but that's the answer to that. Hopefully that explains that for you guys. Hopefully you guys could hear me from there. So that's the answer for you. Can you explain those cold air funnels and why do they form? All right. We'll flip this webcam back around real quick. And I did it while you guys were looking at this. So now we're back to the home view. All right, so let's see. What other questions do we have coming in? I like how we didn't have so many hot days. Again, this is all fueled by you guys. So if you guys leave questions, comments, we'll talk about it. I like how we didn't have so many hot days because I like how the cornfield stays green. Yeah, that's nice, you know. We need the rain, though, to keep those cornfields green, so we need that. Aaron Williams, good to see you. Doing pretty well tonight. Again, we will be talking about weather modification. I did a little research this week. I'll give you my thoughts on that here coming up. If you don't know what it is, we'll talk more about it. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to check out Twitter, see if anybody's tweeting me any questions. No questions coming in right now on Twitter. Check Facebook one more time. See if there's any other new comments coming in. Do not see any comments here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and keep your weather questions coming, and we'll talk a little bit about weather modification. So here's my thoughts. So I did some research. A lot of people, like I told you, a lot of people on the internet like, how dare you? You look like you're smug and whatever. So here's my thought. Weather modification, cloud seeding, I believe that does exist. So there's a video on the internet where there's this guy back in Vietnam where they would experiment with cloud seeding. And what they would do is they would drop these little metallic parts. So basically, there's water vapor in the atmosphere, and it needs something to cling onto. And this is from my understanding of it. It may not be word for word, so don't use this in a paper because it may not be 100% accurate. But anyways, these clouds need something to form onto, or the water droplets need something to form onto to form the clouds. So they would drop off these, I believe, silver something. You can look it up, Google it if you want to. And they would drop out these particles out of the back of the planes. And what happens then is the cloud has something to form, or the water vapor has something to form onto, and you can form these clouds. And there were places during the Vietnam War where they could make a small cloud turn into a huge thunderstorm, and they could get 14 inches of rain. To the best of my knowledge, or actually to my knowledge, that does not happen in the U.S. I have never seen any clouds being formed where we have 14 inches of rain. If that would happen, then we would be seeing normal weather change dramatically. We would be seeing thunderstorms all of a sudden popping up when we're not expecting it. These next couple of days, natural weather patterns, some isolated showers popping up. If we had a huge thunderstorm that dropped 5 inches of rain, of course I would be like, well, that's kind of weird. So people talking about contrails and chemtrails, I don't believe one bit at all in chemtrails. It's condensation of the clouds. It's condensation of the hot air coming out of the jets. Same as a car during cold months, you have that condensation forming the clouds behind the cars. If you don't believe me, watch a few hundred cars drive down the highway when the temperatures are about 0 to 10 degrees. You get those clouds to form. They're not very long. They don't stay there very long, but you'll see some of those puffy clouds coming out of the tailpipes because it's so hot. The combustion of the engine is forming those clouds because it's so hot, and then it comes out into that cool air. That's why we see the jet contrails in the atmosphere. They're way up there where temperatures are well below freezing, and it's just that hot air condensing into a cloud temporarily, because if it was chemtrails, then it would stay the same no matter what the temperatures are. But you notice some days, you notice them a little bit, they're longer. Some days they stick around for a long time. It's because the air up there is not mixing a lot, and the air is not taking that hot air and changing it over. Chemtrails do not believe in. Do I believe that there was weather modification? We've used it in war times. I think we have. I definitely think we have. There's a lot of research that shows that it has been used in weather modifications. Again, I'm going off on a rant. Leave your weather questions. We're going to get to those coming up right after this, but I'm just giving you my thoughts because I had a lot of people on the internet giving me some grief because of my thoughts on weather modification and everything like that. So as far as us cloud seeding, I think that happens. It has happened. I'm not saying it happens now, because if it did, we would definitely know about it. We would know about it because not we're seeing stuff in the air. We would know about it because our weather pattern is changing drastically from what we are seeing day to day. And especially when there is rain, we would know about it big time. The last thing to talk about is HAARP, and this stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, and this is up in Alaska, and there are these huge antennas that they set up, and a lot of people are claiming that they can send up these frequencies into the atmosphere and then bounce it off and change the weather patterns and do all of these weird phenomena. There are pictures. There's reports that HAARP shut down, and could they have been testing things? Sure, but I don't see how. First of all, I don't know how they would be able to angle any of this. There's no way to angle these frequencies. Second of all, sending up frequencies into the atmosphere, we're sending frequencies non-stop. We're sending in all of our weather radars, all of our TV satellite dishes, all of our radio towers. When you're tuning into AM or FM radio, your cell phones, there's so much frequency out there. I do not think HAARP can affect the weather here in the U.S. I did research. I looked at it this week. I do not see how HAARP can directly affect what's happening in the atmosphere. So those are my 2 cents. The internet can take it, blow it up. I'm sure I'll probably be hearing back about it. But in my opinion, I have not found one single thing to prove that HAARP can affect the weather. There you go. Dropping the mic, walking away. All right. Erin Williams. She just asked the question, are you surprised with the lack of severe weather this season? For Ohio, or even here in the Midwest, we've had, what we have not had is strong severe weather. We have had some. It's not a complete lack or absence of it, but we haven't had any really significant weather. And actually, it's been a while since Ohio has had, I know we've had a couple of weaker tornadoes in northern Ohio, but as far as central Ohio itself, it's been pretty quiet for us. We've had some really strong winds, but tornadoes, and even hail for that matter this year, we haven't had a lot of hail. I think one thing that's kind of limiting our severe weather is the fact that the ground has been so cold. Real quick, I want to show you guys this. The ground has been so cold this year from the winter that we've seen. So I think that the ground being cold, the atmosphere being a little cooler than normal. Can you guys see that really? The sun is setting right there. You can't really hardly make it out. It's so bright. But I'm recording that in my time lapse tonight. So make sure to watch ABC 6 and Fox 28 tonight for that. So I think that the reason that we haven't really had a lot of severe weather is the fact that the atmosphere is just so much tamer here in the Midwest, in the Ohio Valley, because of the cold winter that we had. It was so cold that it's kept everything a little cooler, and we need a lot of hot air at the ground to really fuel the severe weather. So not super surprised, but I think that if we see some really hot weather in the next few weeks, it could really make it fairly instability. All right, so Pedro asking, any rain this week? Monday, Tuesday, we're just looking at some very isolated showers. There's a system that's riding up the Appalachian Mountains, and we could see some isolated showers. The best chance for those will be across south and eastern Ohio. All right, you can see the time lapse right there a little bit better. All right, so let's see. See if there's any other questions coming in. Let me check Twitter. I went off on that rant. I know I'm going to hear back from it again. Let me check out my Facebook page again. So again, if you guys have questions, comments, whatever, you can leave those on my the YouTube video, which is you guys are watching it, obviously. You can leave the comments on there. You can tweet me at AndrewWSYX6, or if you guys are on Facebook, there's there we go. So Britton George just weighed in. Just talked about this on my weather chat. So yeah, someone just posted a video about the father of weaponized weather. It's all dramatic. But again, I do believe that there is some I do believe that there is cloud seeding, but HAARP, no, No, like I said, I did some research this week, and I haven't seen any significant scientific facts proving that it happened. It's just like saying there's aliens at Area 151. I've never seen any factual evidence of that. I need to call up to the newsroom real quick. They paged something and I couldn't hear it. Chemtrails, yeah, don't believe in those. Let's see here. All right. Hey, what was that page? Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye. Apparently engineering. They need engineering for something. All right. So let's check out Twitter. No new questions coming in on there. Facebook. Don't see any other new questions streaming in on there. And then the YouTube video itself. A couple of questions. Very, very interesting, Blake. Thanks, Blake. Sorry that I didn't mean to flip you guys off when I was pushing that up. Hopefully the winter is tame from Erin. She's saying hopefully winter is tame for us. I'm moving to Minnesota in January. Oh, Erin. Well, good luck with the move. It's always a little colder up there in Minnesota than it is here in Ohio, so hopefully taking some long underwear. I don't know. I didn't know if it's I didn't know if it'd be cheaper for long underwear there. You know? All right, so let's see here. I'm scrolling through to see what else is going on, see if there's any other new good stuff. Don't see any other new questions coming in on the Facebook page. Again, this is all driven by you guys. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, let me know. It looks like as far as severe weather this week, there is very slim chance that I'll get more pictures into the funnel clouds. Very slim chance that we will be dealing with severe weather for the next couple of days. And so yeah, Monday, Tuesday, it's just going to be very isolated. Hey, there's our cold air funnels. I posted something on the Facebook page already about it. Yep, thanks. All right, so we're getting more funnels of the cold air, or pictures of the cold air funnels. Would you guys like me to show them to you? Okay, I will. This one's very out of focus. All right, so let's pull this up. I'll have these tonight on the ABC 6 and Fox 28 newscast, but I just want to show you guys now. So here one, I'll make this a little bit bigger. Out of focus, out of focus. Come on, get one in focus. Nope, that's wrong. Ah, none of them are focusing on the funnel itself. I don't know if I can really even use these tonight. I wish someone had video of one of these. I really wish someone had video. That would be awesome. You can see the sun setting. I would love to capture one of these on the time lapse, but I don't think that's going to be happening. So yeah, pretty cool there. Erin said she's used to Michigan weather. Yeah, it's a little colder up that way too. All right, so let's see if there's anything new coming in. Again, thanks to everyone jumping in here tonight, leaving their questions, comments, whatever. Trying to see if there's anything new coming in on Facebook. 12 shares, more shares, 2 replies. Nope. All right, well, if we don't see any other new questions, I'm going to jump off of here tonight. Thanks to everyone swinging by again, and we will be keeping an eye on things here. Again, these cold air funnels, no threat to you and me. It's just a little cold air that's happening to be spinning. Hopefully my explanation explained that for you there, Blake, of what the cold air funnels are and how they are not really that dangerous. Check and see if there's any other new comments coming in on YouTube. Don't see any other ones new coming in on YouTube. So again, we'll end it a little early tonight. But again, thanks everyone that did swing by. We'll do the same time, same place next week, 8:30 Sunday nights. If you guys have any further questions, you guys can leave them in the comment section or tweet me at AndrewWSYX6. Again, that's AndrewWSYX6, or use the hashtag OhioWX. Have a great night. I'll have the time lapse of the sunset tonight, and I'll also have some more of those cold air funnel photos as those continue funneling in tonight. But again, thanks for swinging on by. One final question here, Pedro. Pedro, you are great at posting these questions right as we're wrapping things up. How often do Ohio get those cold air funnels? Not very often. You need a really perfect setup. You need some really mixing air right at the base of the clouds. You need cold air. It normally happens later in the day as well. Weather Center. What's up? Jamie? No, I don't see. When... Yeah, I don't have it. When was it sent? What do you mean? Put it in my weather graphics? That's an up and down picture. That's a horrible photo. Like seriously, like she sent this too? What's that? All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not really weather. I'd rather show photos of more of the cold air funnels. It's up and down. I mean, if the photo should be side to side. All right. Yep. Bye. TVs go this way, not this way. Anyway, so we're gonna end this weather chat now. Man, all of you guys know that we're wrapping this up, and you guys all throw your questions out there. That's all I need to do. I'm going to get on at 8:30 next week and say, hey, we're wrapping things up. Don't see any questions. See you guys later, and we'll get tons of questions. All right. So another question coming in from Aaron. Seriously, that's all I have to do. Who has been Heather Man while Bill is gone? Bill's still the chief meteorologist while he's been filling in for Good Morning America, so hasn't really shifted. He's still the chief meteorologist, and he's only filling in for right now. They have someone that they're going to hire. He's just filling in. Pedro, see you next week. What about First Frost from Lorene? First Frost? October? I don't even think we have that. The average first, let's see the average first day we drop back below. Seasonal temperatures, average, we don't even have that in here when we have the first frost normally, because it's different. Like it could be frosty in one neighborhood and not in another. So the first freeze, we can do freeze. First freeze ever is September 21st, 1962. And the latest was November 22nd. Average first freeze is October 23rd. So that's a freeze, not a frost. Hopefully that works out for you. All right, so I do not see any other questions coming in. Tomorrow will be a good day for barbecue from Bradley Combs. Yes, it will be. Again, thanks everyone swinging on by here, leaving your questions. And see you guys same time, same place next week, 8:30 Sunday nights right here on the YouTube channel. And I'll tweet those out on Facebook, the links again next week. So again, thanks for swinging on by. See you guys next week.